closely. Look in my eyes. Don't let it fall on me. Say you a good guy. Make me believe it. Don't wanna hear it. I wanna see it. See how. Rewind. When we rewind, it feels so nice. We time. You, I know how to make me feel right. I can't help how. Got this sweet talk. I'm already on my way. I'm pulling up, don't be late. I'm cutting through all the lanes. Sweet talk. You need to say let's do, babe. No need for no flowers, babe. I'm already on my way, on my way. Why you blushing? Yeah, sweet concussion. Oh, you miss my touching. You do. Show me something. Give me more than one thing. I need more than less than I do. Say you a good guy. Make me believe it. Don't wanna hear it. I wanna see it. See how. Rewind. When we rewind, it feels so nice. I can't help how. Got this sweet talk. I'm already on my way. I'm pulling up, don't be late. I'm cutting through all the lanes. Sweet talk. You need to say let's do, babe. No need for no flowers, babe. I'm already on my way, on my way. We've been dancing all night long. Right here with you way too long. Don't want nothing here or now. But I'm done waiting, done wasting my time. Got this sweet talk. I'm already on my way. I'm pulling up, don't be late. I'm cutting through all the lanes. Sweet talk. You need to say let's do, babe. No need for no flowers, babe. I'm already on my way, on my way. Sweet talk. Sweet
Welcome back to another warm-up show with hockey coach, Gros Coach Franchise, directly for the beautiful country of Thailand on the beautiful Thursday, thankfully, day on the November 10, 2022. And we have to go all the way to the Toronto, Ontario to find the man of the men, the man of the cavemen, whatever is coming back. Mr. ENORTAP is in the house tonight.
Hello, Coach. Hello, Hockey Nation.
Welcome back,
Here
Mr.
we are.
ENORTAP. Hopefully, an
Big
amazing,
night
great,
tonight.
thankfully day. It's Thursday already. It's already like almost 1 month when the season starts on this late October 11, and it's getting faster and faster, Mr. ENORTAP. I don't know where the time is going. It's moving. It's so
I
fast.
know. You're so right. It's hard. It's hard to keep up sometimes, but that's okay. We'll keep going. Don't worry.
That's okay about this. You're absolutely right about that. What a night yesterday. Only 4 games, but 4 different game shifted. A lot of low
Crazy.
game scoring. And of course, the Montreal Canadiens. Today, we're going to talk, Mr. ENORTAP. We have 10 games of the program. We're going to get our prediction. First of all, we want to thank everybody to be a little bit earlier. I have to get out here. And don't forget, guys, Michel or Michael Devilano is back in the house tonight at 7 o'clock p.m. until 8 o'clock p.m. Hopefully, we show up. I did not reconnect with him, but he's supposed to do it before he take the plane to go to Arizona for the hockey scouting for the silver stick. But so it'll be
Looking
a
forward to it.
special 160-minute, and that's only we have tonight, Mr. Natab. And then tomorrow night, I'm coming back normal schedule with you at 6 o'clock p.m. on the beautiful November 11th for the celebration of all the people did are helping us for the freedom, and will be a great memories day for we to recognize people.
Remembrance Day.
If you are in the been in an army or navy or please let us know. So we're going to celebrate you tomorrow here on the special day of the veterans tomorrow. So I just want to share with you,
Absolutely.
Mr. Natab. So
You're absolutely right.
yeah, NHL
Great
news
day.
today. Update injuries, a couple of news around the league, and then finally the Montreal Canadian app news. That's what we got on the menu. No saloon, no beach, nothing else. That's it. That's all we have here at the
Business.
Hockey National Show. So
Just business.
yep, we have to take care about the business. Talk about the business. We're not welcome. First of all, he's going to be on the bus. He have a perfect game yesterday, Mr. Natat. 4-0, Jose Duarte. Welcome in the house.
Jose nailed them all. Way to go.
Moderator de Hockey Nation Show. Talking about Jose 4-0, Mr. Natat. Is it the highest number perfect game so far?
You mean
Like,
a shutout?
yeah.
Like a shutout? Yeah, it's the only shutout. There's 4 games though.
So nothing if it's 5-0, 4-0. So he dominate the leader on the shootout this year with the most game on one night with 4.
Yeah.
Well,
I think so.
yeah, me too. I didn't see anybody 5-0, 6-0. Say anybody in the chat knows
No.
something like that. Please let us know. We can share it. We can do a verification with the Delwood Smith verification. But again, maybe easier to ask you guys to do that. So Yamo Vartanen is in the house.
Hey, Yarmo. Moi.
Welcome back, Mr. Yamo. Thanks for being with us. What about our collaborator, informateur, reporter of the Hockey National Show, Mr. RJ Calabro?
RJ, how are you?
He's going to be busy tonight with 10 games about this one. Then Miss Kelly.
Hey, Kelly. Unfortunately.
You have 2 choices there, Mr. Natal. We can give her exactly the key so she can take care about and she can work with Roger over there for, I don't know, maybe she can figure out something. Maybe open a business at the jail. She's the
we
one.
have to put up the
Yeah.
sign permanently.
Yeah, that she back. The name is we have to remove Richard Mullen tag on the County Jail, Mr. Natap, because she takes the lead. So we'll talk a little bit later about this. But yep, it is what it is. Thanks so much for the. What about our friend, guys? We missed him yesterday. Game-winning goal, arcades directly from Vegas, Nevada.
Bobby
And
Bagadonas.
he's expect a big game for his Golden Knight tonight against the Buffalo Sabres. Mr. Bobby Bagadonas is in the house, Mr. Natap.
Welcome, Bobby.
But he's back directly from Ontario. Our friend THG is back with us tonight. TH, of course, is a big fan of New York Islanders. Have a very important game, New York Islanders, tonight at home. Again, Coyotes, what is surprised the Buffalo Sabres Monday night or Wednesday night or Tuesday night. I don't know anymore.
Welcome, THG.
But, surprised what, Mr. Natap? I was impressed by your selection of that one over there. But, it's happened sometime. You make some things fun bigger and better for everybody else. What about our friend Nicolas de Gobi-Bono?
No.
Welcome back in the house.
Welcome, Nicolas.
Non, Nicolas, je m'en vais à Cambodia today. Monsieur Nicolas, je suis en voyage pour 24 heures, Monsieur Nicolas. Donc, j'avais manqué la soirée ce soir, de retour demain soir à 6 heures, mon Nicolas. C'est qu'est-ce qu'on a? And more likes. We like this, Bobby. Very kind of you. We appreciate. We are on the Thursday, so we are thankfully to have you aboard. What about our friend? Everything is big in Texas. Everything is bigger in Dallas. And the Devils, and Mr. Joseph back in the house. Joseph LANHAM.
Joseph, welcome.
And our friend, we like to have him aboard, Mr. 13. Welcome back in the house, Mr. 13. Don't forget, everybody, like Mr. 13 or everybody else, don't forget to send us an email, Mr. Natap, at the HN. If I can find it, that'll be awesome. Always a difficult time to get that one over there. But we can I5 people. There we go.
HNLS
We can do
warmup
that.
at
There we
gmail.com.
go. It's right there, Mr. Natap. It was at the bottom of this.
Perfect.
Mr. 13, welcome back in the house. Thanks to be a part of the Hockey Nation live show. I think 13 is from Laval.
Oui. Très bien.
Laval.
I think you're right.
Someone
I
told me
think you're
this
right.
week Laval. I will go with in there. En voyage en Thaïlande, ben non, je vais voir le pays, Nicolas, qui s'appelle Cambodia, en voyage pour une journée, mon Nicolas. Mr. Randy Walkman is in the house, Mr. Natap.
Hey, Randy.
Thanks to be a part of the show tonight. We appreciate everybody. I know we have not many people because we started a bit earlier, but that's okay. It's all good. We don't have to worry about this, but we have to move on, Mr. Nata, because we have a couple of things we want to talk tonight about fun things. First of all, they have 4 games yesterday, but I think I will, usually you give us a bit what's going on with there. But Sakoski have 2 games about this one over there, but I want to share this to you. I will remove Sakoski and I will put you here at news. Here we go. And what do you talk about the Montreal Canadiens at news? Nothing about the specific team, but their performance, the last 2 games, and maybe some front players and what you like and what you think overall.
Well, I kind of anticipated that they would have a good week. I thought either they'd go undefeated or 2-0-1, and so far they're at 2-0. It doesn't surprise me, Coach, because both Montebo and Allen are just holding them in the games. It'll be interesting how this story evolves over the course of the year. I know that players don't like to tank. I get that. But sometimes management makes that happen. Not wanting the team to lose, but just in terms of clearing up some of their contracts, some of the veterans, being able to be in a better position to draft. So I fear one of the goalies could possibly leave, and that might be Allen at some point. Not now, of course, but trade deadline time. If the offer is good, right? They won't do it if it's not worth their while. It's hard to get draft picks. We talked about that yesterday. Not too many teams are going to be willing to give you draft picks, and the teams that are in the playoffs looking to improve, even if they give you a first round pick, it's not going to be a high pick. So the key is going to be trying to get doing your homework and getting a very good prospect that maybe they have in their system already. And I'm even looking at Mr. Wolf from Calgary. Wouldn't that be a big solution in that?
For who?
For Montreal, if they were able to squeeze out Wolf
That would
out of
cost you a
Calgary,
Caden Cooley.
yeah, maybe we'll have to see. We'll have to see how desperate they are.
But I would be disagree with you. I have a Matt Drag. Matt Drag right for the hockey, whatever they call it. And yesterday he make an article about this to trade Jake Allen, and I respond to him. Who's going to be your goaltender? You have no
Well,
goaltender.
they could.
So you
Well,
have
last year,
Montembeau and you have Primo.
no, they won't bring up Primo. I sincerely doubt they'll do that. But they could do like last year when Allen was hurt. They just went out and picked up Hammond. They used them for a few games, and that was it.
But who do you have
Somebody
next
that's
season, next year?
well, that's the thing. That's where you have to do your due diligence and really research. Maybe there's a good goalie out there in some of the system, a good prospect goalie
Yeah, but
that
that would
might
cost
be
you
a
a
year
first
away.
round pick and of course a Caden Cooley.
I wouldn't do that, but
But
we'll
that's my
see. We'll
point
see.
is because the demanding they don't have enough goaltender on the market to get a trade.
Yeah,
So their cost is double at what usually should be. Does it make sense?
yeah, yeah.
So
No, I agree. I agree. But
I
don't
don't
be
see that. I don't
surprised.
see that road. I think they need Jake Allen. And then what I was said to the people when they said exactly what you said, I said, look, he bring leadership inside the locker room. He bring the calm on the ice. Without him, and right now the Montreal Canadiens are about 2-9-1 because the statistically on the defensive zone is one of the
Yeah,
worst in NHL. The expectation right now are the top best 8 goaltender in NHL, both of them. Montembeau
I
is a
know.
.930.
Yeah,
He's about 4 goal again expectation. So for me, the record shows something, but the play on the defensive zone it's not there. They are at the bottom at everything on defensive zone. On the it's just like if you look deeper, if like it's called the underlying lying number. I think they call it that way.
hmm
And I think that's what you have to be concerned about the Montreal Canadiens on that side of there. I don't see more any Jake Allen. I don't see much more about this. My question of the pool tonight at 9 o'clock p.m. is going to be: what do you see Montreal Canadiens in the standing between the playoff 17 21st, 22nd to 27, I believe, at 28 to 32, and
it's hard. It's hard to say. It really is because okay, let's say, and I agree with everything you said about Allen. So let's suppose they don't trade him. They might find a way to make sure he's on the IR for a long time. If what they want is a better pick, they'll do
yeah,
something
but I
like
don't
that.
think so. They want this. I don't think so. They want this. I think look what Martin Saint-Louis does. They don't want to tank a
Yeah,
lot. They want to win. They
uh,
want to bring that kind of culture. And every day he bring you something there, and they continue to hanging there, and they don't want to get that direction. And they will be they feel like whatever is the ranking, they're going to get the best player, and then they're going to go to the next move, like you said. Okay, how they going to find a way to find a solution of what they have, the problem they have to fix. Like if they pick 9, they're going to get the best number 9 players. The
yeah,
homework right now, last season, guys, you have to give him an A for the draft pick last season, and so
scouting.
everybody they picked, most of them have a very good year. Or the fact, Emmett Croteau with the goaltender with the Waterloo Blackhawks, I believe. So,
hmm
but we have a few people we want to welcome back. Melissa Zabran, welcome aboard. The deal, no deal, but the real deal is in the house. So welcome back in the house. Thanks so much to be with
Welcome.
us. And then if we have other people, we're going to look about this. Sean McIntyre, directly from Nova Scotia, I believe. Hi, Coach. Do you think we under evaluate the app this year? And maybe as much we want them to think they are just not going to do it. When Murray get back, one Madison going back, the better than we think.
When Murray
He talk about
was,
medicine.
oh, yeah. I mean, the good thing I that I find is that the kids are developing at the proper pace that they're supposed to be. Probably a little bit ahead of the game, especially on the defensive end. The who would have thought that you'd basically would have 4 rookies out there if you consider Kovacevic as well. And yes, they're making mistakes, but for every mistake, they're also doing 2 or 3 very good things, and that's how you build your confidence. That's how you build on your future for the team. So yes, maybe they're a little bit ahead of the stage, and they'll have to find a different way to proceed. Right?
Yeah, I will answer to you, Sean. What I would said, I don't think so. I would tell you, Ziski at 33, 35 shooting percentage right now, is never going to go that direction with it. It's not many did it in the NHL, so he's not going to continue to have that kind of percentage. So at some point, Caulfield's ski back is going to drop a little bit more. They cannot carry on this on 82 games on a tap. I don't see
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
right?
I
So
agree.
and then after that, it's really not high on the other players score many goal rate. Half many is up, but I don't think see too much about this. The problem with the defenseman after Madison show up is the pairing defenseman chemistry. I'm really a little bit worried about that. And then the defensive zone coverage, what I just mentioned, the analytic on the puck retrieval, on the rebound, on the high tension scoring chance, and I can go all the way like this. And definitely the goaltender explained they play over their head right now. So all put together, Sean, that put exactly what I was thinking about this at 28, 29. Now, I could be wrong. I'll be surprised they drop at 25, but to go after that, like they have other teams, Mr. ENORTAP, that
Yeah.
struggle more at the Montreal Canadian to get that part of there. So when you play 25, you have to play above, below 25. It's about you have to play about 85 points to get there. And I don't think so Montreal is going to be at 88 or 85, 86 point at the end of the season. So I took them about 70, maybe the best thing scenario, 77 point possible. And that's pretty much it for me. And when you go to head the trade line, whatever they're losing, a couple of players, Mr. On top, that's where you're going to
It
get
makes a difference.
that downside of this. So you're losing 3, 4 regular players, and then that will helping them. I think for me, you talk about Jake Allen. For me, I was shifting you about this to go with Joel Edmondson.
Yeah, I've mentioned him as well. I think that would be great trade bait
Yeah,
because I mean, he's already at a certain age, and he's I mean, he's not old, but um, you wonder if he's a part of this team down the road. And I'm not talking 1 or 2 years. I'm talking like 4 or 5 years.
yeah.
And you got to worry because it's now 2 years in a row he's had some pretty serious injury time that he's missed.
He plays
So
79 games, Mr. Natap, saying he can't sign contract with Montreal Canadian.
that's right. That's right.
So the guy is very good on the. He remind me a lot, like he fit well at the St. Louis Blues. So his team go deep in the defensive zone on the second pairing, third pairing on the playoff team. I think he can
Hmm.
mix fill a good team. He's become a UFA the following year, but he only carry on a $3.5 million. So another team, I would tell you example the Devils, where they are not big overall, right? Or the possible, I don't know, the Edmonton Oilers, second pairing defenseman over there. I just mentioned team or possibly go to the playoff. I think you can use. I would say to you, you're funny about the New York Rangers third pairing behind MEILLEUR. I think that would be amazing, great hockey player there. So something could use the Panthers. That's another one. They could use a second Edmondson and at 3.5 to carry on the following year. It's not expensive, Mr. Nata.
No, no, no.
The key is honestly is health.
You're right.
Fernando and Fernandez is in the house. Welcome aboard. Mr. William McClary is back in the house. Mr. William, did I read it right?
Welcome home.
Vincent Lafort was the last 40 goals scorer, 2024. Do you think he could have one or two this year? Suzuki at Caulfield.
I think maybe Caulfield could get to 40 if he continues at a relatively same pace. I mean,
Yep.
he'll slow down a little bit, but I think he can hit it. I'm not so sure Suzuki will.
Here we go. We agree with you. If the Flame put that out on the market,
Mm.
I will not be surprised about this, Randy. That's a great comment to get there. I think
I
the next goaltender is going to be out, Mr. Natat, to be traded the next 10 days is Laurent Brossoit for the Vegas Golden Knights.
Brossoit, yeah.
So he's
Yeah,
going to be
no, I
on the
agree.
ER right now, but it's just a question. The time it was long conditioning, blah, blah, blah. But I think he's going to be someone really interesting because some team looking for an extra goaltender as a backup number 2. I think he's a good one.
Yeah.
Cole, would you guys be interested in Vladar? Yeah, possibility. If
As a
you
backup,
if you trade Jake Allen, he become honestly the goaltender number 1 for the Montreal Canadiens. If Jake Allen he get out the gates right there, now you open up things for sure. That's something you can. It's always to be a short term. I think Montreal Canadiens going to a little bit early, Mr. Natal. I still believe Montreal Canadiens if they are a pick between 24 to 36 next year at the NHL draft, they pick a goaltender.
yeah, yeah, I think they will
That'll be
because they have to
my next
address that
about this
issue.
one there.
I think with Vladar though, it's interesting because they have an interesting predicament there in Calgary, right? They have to start making room for Wolf to come up and be back up for a while. The problem is Markstrom is not playing anywhere near the form that he's supposed to be playing at. So if you were to get rid of Vladar, you don't want to bring up Wolf too early and destroy his confidence kind of like what we've seen with Primo. So it's a bit of a tricky situation there.
Yeah, absolutely about this. Sean talk possibility they will be over 5 to 4, 10 game time they get there. Yeah, possible about this, Sean, for the schedule. Again, the probability for me are not positive in my eyes, but you have to expect, you have to, like you said earlier, the 4 rookies change a lot of and the goaltending situation change a lot of the data right now for the Montreal Canadiens. I agree with him about this one over there. Richard Modern is in the house, Mr. ENORTAP, and that's what we got. Maybe we're going to get maybe more information very quickly before we move on, Mr. Again, another plus, Mr. ENORTAP. Charlie McAvoy returned with the Boston Bruins tonight. So Marchand and McAvoy changed completely the data or the prediction in NHL this year, Mr. ENORTAP. So McAvoy add the lineup of the Boston Bruins. Mr. Rick Bengal is in the house. Welcome back in the house. Injury update, Mr. ENORTAP, because like I just mentioned, Vegas put Bronssois in the ER. This is gives a period of 7-10 days before they try to figure out. Pertuzzo ER defenseman for the St. Louis Blues, and the Vancouver Canucks, like RG, make a great comments. That person is on ER for them. About this one. Then I will just talk about the HABS 2W, going to get there. The New Jersey Devils announced Martin Brodeur now got a job. Now he's now returning between the pipe. Joseph, calm down. Joseph, he thought he's going to be the goaltender for them this weekend. No, Joseph. Martin Brodeur is going to be the hockey operation VP for the team. He got a promote. He was a stand GM for Fitzgerald. Now he go higher level for them. Finally, after he came back around the world, he was trying to look a job in Thailand, and we didn't have enough money to work with the Hockey National Show. We let him go, and we said, look, he better to go work with ESPN. Our friend Piquet Subban signed a multi-year deal with them. I said, no, we have already ENORTAP Piquet. I said, no, we cannot get you, and then we cannot afford you right now. So better to accept the deal for the ESPN, Mr. ENORTAP. So
yeah, a little bit more money there, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So PK is going to be a multi-contract over there. I want to I try to change not changing, but bring some information, Mr. ENORTAP. And every day we're going to bring some kind of data for helping people to see what look like. Mr. ENORTAP, the most OZ position time and on the per game. So the puck position and offensive side.
Offensive.
Yeah. Okay, per game. So per game is about 60 minutes per game. So it's not like a specific time, but per game. So New York Rangers dominate, guys, at 8.08. Minnesota 7.59. Toronto 7.52. Buffalo 7.3. Edmonton 7.21. So what it is, if you follow sometimes data number, the abbreviation of percentage, sometimes called the CF. So there is the puck possession overall. It's called a CF. If you want to see a percentage, you can get XCF. But my point to you, Mr. ENORTAP, it's like Montreal Canadiens, they are play 14 games. They are only 3 games, or the 4 game maybe have the most time puck possession. Last night, if Vancouver didn't go make the save he's supposed to be, Montreal lose the game. The high danger chance scoring was 11-11, but the puck possession was Vancouver because they dominate the third period with 15 shots versus 5. If I can recall it, something like that. And the puck position was only 42 or 46 for Montreal yesterday. Vancouver was 54. If you go on the 1,000 simulation game, Montreal won the game only at 51.8% versus 48.1%. So it was more tied at what the outcome of the game was yesterday, Mr. ENORTAP. I just want to sharing this with you. So under the stuff we got on the program tonight, we have a couple of people in the house. No problem. Joseph game and Bobby is there. Look forward to PK. And don't cherry. Denis Rodrigue is in the house. Crois-tu que Caulfield pourrait devenir un meilleur compteur de but que Matthews? Présentement, je dirais non. C'est seulement, on va voir à long terme. Je crois que il va devenir un meilleur joueur de hockey au complet avec Cole Caulfield. Donc, il ne va peut-être pas compter des buts qu'il voudrait, mais il va devenir un meilleur joueur dans les 3 zones de la partie sur la glace, Denis. C'est ça qu'il travaille surtout avec lui, Denis. Okay, great question, by the way. Mr. Tap, I don't know if you saw my video yesterday. It's called the Smurfs video yesterday. And unfortunately, I have to they cut me Gallagher video because it was copyright, so I have to do it again and again. That's why it was late yesterday. But it was like my Smurf video is all about they do things when nobody expect. Like the player Caulfield against Tyler Myers, guys. This is priceless. That's what you're looking for. You don't have to be a 6'7" to fight or to compete. You can be a 5'7". If you watch on that picture, his below is almost his hip. Just give you an idea, Caulfield, what he did a good job against Tyler Myers. Whatsoever it is, Mr. Natap, it's time to bring people at the bus. And we have only one on the show. We have to congratulate Jose Duarte, Mr. Natap, an amazing, great performance yesterday, Mr. Natap, with a score of perfecto. We call him the perfecto 4-0. Mr. Jose, enjoy your ride. Here we go. He's going to be all the way back on the bus by himself tonight, Mr. Natap. We enjoy him to get and enjoy there. It'll be interesting to see him when he's coming back tomorrow. The thing is, Coach Odoke, our fans, the rest said we lost to the bottom of the league. Now they said we have to take them out of that conversation. So can we do believe? Yeah, that's the past. I think for Martin St. Louis, I think they were surprised. I think they would get more point what my expectation was at the end of the day. Sean, but I don't see more what I just said earlier. I don't see like an amazing great year. For me, an amazing great year, you have to be over 85 points. So right now, so it will be interesting to see that for sure. And we have to congratulate again Mr. Jose about this.
Deficiencies in their game for sure.
Exactly, I agree with you about this one over there. And then we have to move on, Mr. Nata. We have a lot of things to do, and with the time is flying. That's crazy about this. And it's happened sometime. But she's the good news about this, Mr. Nata. She's not lost. Well, she's back at the Kelly County Jail, Mr. Nata. Unfortunately, she took only one bag tonight. We have to take the number 53, and Roger is going to drive everybody there at the Kelly County Jail. And Mr. Natap, it's time to send tonight 2 people. We have Kelly and Mark Bougie. Both of them are 0-4, honestly. And we wish them an amazing, great turn over there for about 24 hours. So that's what's happening for both of them. Any comments, Mr. Natap?
Yeah, it's unfortunate because yesterday was a tough night with the games. I think a couple games could have really gone either way.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely about this. And then, but honestly, tonight we have 10 games on the program. I can't wait to see your progression of your. Yeah, my game is gone, Richard. Yeah, Richard, your name is
for the
out.
time being. Richard,
take the lead.
For the time being. Maybe in the future it'll come back.
Yeah, Kelly said now, Kelly County Jail. Yeah, we should put the Kelly Matthews County Jail.
No. What did Matthews do?
I don't know. Wrong. I don't know what my logo Tampa Bay does over there, by the way. So I don't know. I forgot to move out the logo Tampa Bay. But it's all right. Not big deal. Calgary Flame against the Boston Bruins, Mr. Natap.
Yeah, you know what? The Flames, they wrap up their 3-game East Coast road trip tonight with a tough matchup against the Bruins. The Bruins are starting to get healthy as well, which we talked about earlier today. And they've really been the class of the Eastern Conference so far this season. It's no surprise that they're favorites in this game. It doesn't help that the Flames have fallen to 5-5-2 overall. That may not sound like horrible record, but by Calgary standards, especially at the beginning of the year, it seemed like they got off to a great start. Things were clicking perfectly, and now they have to find a way to get out of this funk that they're in right now. So we'll see what happens here. But I I I like the Bruins to win this one. We have a matchup of Ladar and Allmark, just because Boston's at home. So I'm going to take them to win by a score of 4-3.
4-3. We're almost there, Mr. Nata. We have the same team, but I go 4-2.
4-2.
Yep. So that's what we got. We want to
Okay.
welcome back Dan Asham and Stu Pilasso. Patrick Spino go with welcome back, Patrick. By the way, Calgary by the score of 5-3. So thank you so much. Give us your score. Fernando go with Boston 5-3. Fernando have an amazing, great weeks again as the Predator. Game number 2, Mr. Natab, the Carolina own the Edmonton Oilers.
Yeah, for sure. Here's the Hurricane. They're looking to maintain their positioning in the top half of the Metro division tonight, when the Oilers looking to expand upon their recent upset of the I don't know if I'd call it an upset, but they were in Tampa and beat them. Edmonton's sort of in the midst of quite a tough road trip, which includes 4 straight games against some of the Eastern teams, Eastern Conference's best teams. They opened it up with a loss in Washington and still have to play I think it's the Panthers on Saturday, and I'm missing one other team, but they have a bit of a tough schedule coming up, including tonight. Their recent win over the Lightning also came with a big loss, as we saw, to Evander Kane when he suffered that laceration on his wrist. But they're going to have to find a way. They have enough firepower and depth to sort of be okay offensively. I like the last game that Campbell played. He seemed a little bit more like himself rather than the previous games that he was in, and it looks like Carolina tonight, with the Anderson injury, they're going with Kochetkov in net
Yep.
against Campbell. So I had a hard time here, but when I saw the goaltending matchup, I wanted to take Edmonton, but I'm going to go with Carolina because they're at home. And really, that's the only reason I can offer.
What's the final score?
4-3. Maybe in overtime.
4-3. Really, Carolina is a slum right now. Lost a 2 game, one against Toronto, one game against Tampa Bay Lightning. I still go with Edmonton. I think McDavid is on the mission over there. And I just feel like Carolina struggled too much. They have a lot of change chemistry. They put out Peter Stastny, changing Paul Stastny, and they keep now Jack Drury. They have a lot of. They try to figure out some answer right now, but you're right at home. But it's will be interesting
I know.
about this.
It's tough, yeah. I could have gone either way with that one, to be honest.
Yep.
Next, we have Ottawa and New Jersey. What can we say here? Senators, they start a quick 2-game road trip when they take on the Devils. Recently, these two teams have been going in opposite directions. The Senators have received or earned only 1 point in the last 6 games that they've played, losing every game in regulation. And then there's the Devils, who have been looking to add on to their current 7-game winning streak. So when you look at it offensively, there isn't much of a gap between these two teams. They both rank in the top half of the league in goals per game, and they do a great job of generating scoring chances. They like to have that puck possession as well. They both rank in the top 6 in expected goals as well. The advantage, though, comes on the back end, in my eyes, and it belongs to the Devils. They're playing some amazing defense right now. We're starting to see Hamilton play more like himself and not like last year. And those are all good signs for them, and helps explain why they're at the situation that they're at. It looks like it's Forsberg against Vanacek in this game, so I'm gonna go with the home team again by a score of 4-2.
Usually the
New
Bulls
Jersey.
4-2. We're the same team, but I expect more goal tonight. I expect 5-3 ENORTAP tonight for the season. By the way, the last Marcus Hellberg goaltender was claimed yesterday by the Seattle Kraken, if I can recall it.
Seattle. I think you're right. Yeah. And that brings us to Philadelphia and Columbus. With the Blue Jackets losing their last 5 consecutive games and allowing, are you ready for this? Like a staggering 4.58 goals per game to opponents, while Philadelphia's defense is only allowing 2.42 goals per game. I really don't see Columbus having a chance in this game. I'll be honest with you. I like the direction the Flyers are going, and I'm going to pick them to win here too, Coach, by a score of 5-2, especially with Hart in that.
Yeah, absolutely right about this one. I go 4-2, Mr. ENORTAP for me, but we are on the same page about this one over there. So 4-2, and because Carter Hart is between the pipe for that, Randy
Yeah,
said 3-2.
absolutely.
Voracek is out, by the way, for the Columbus Blue Jacket, Mr. ENORTAP.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what do we have next?
Vegas.
Vegas and Buffalo. Wow. Talk about the rematch of Eichel going back home and facing the constant barraging of booze that he's going to probably be getting. You sometimes wonder, does that favor the home team with that pressure on Eichel, or is he going to go in with a bit of a trying to make a mission statement and say you lost quite a player here, and there's no reason to boo me. Um, they're Buffalo's come down to earth a little bit in the last couple of games, but they still have a great core of players, some good veterans on the team that lead. Vegas has been just the class of the league so far, with that 12-2 record. They're gonna. I think this is gonna be a game that'll probably go into overtime, and I struggled with it, but I'm gonna go with the home team. I'm gonna go with Buffalo again, and a score of 3-2.
3-2 Buffalo tonight.
Even
All
though they
right.
haven't played well lately.
So Tuesday you took Arizona over Buffalo, and now tonight you take Buffalo over Vegas Golden Knight. So, all right, I got you. I go with Vegas tonight. I think Vegas on fire, but it was a game strange for me to pick. But I think everybody for Vegas Golden Knight going to play for Jack Eichel tonight.
Yeah, and sometimes that's not a good thing because you get away from your game plan that's made you so successful. It all depend on. I mean, don't forget that Buffalo also has a couple players that are from Vegas involved in that trade, like Krebs and
The only thing for
uh,
Buffalo players, Mr. Tap, the tab is going to be split, so there's better advantage for them. Jack Eichel have to pay only for everybody, but them you have to split.
they have to split it.
Max Zuck and
It's
Danny T are in the house. Welcome, both of you. Whoops, sorry about that.
welcome.
Welcome back. Next game at Rangers versus the Detroit Red Wings.
Yeah, another one difficult to figure out. It looks like it's Shesterkin against Nedeljkovic tonight. I don't think
Look like he's also confirmed from Yamo.
is it?
That's what he
Okay,
said.
that's what I had earlier. But you know what? The Red Wings, excuse me, dealing with a cough here. The Red Wings, they're coming into this game after a 3-2 shootout loss to the Habs on Tuesday night. They've been a pleasant surprise this year. They started off at 7-3-3, and they're sitting currently second in the Atlantic. A big reason for this has been, you know, guys like Lucas Raymond and Dominic Kubalik have really stepped up, even though they've had some injuries. But they've had players that have filled in the gap. Perron has been very good as well. And they're going to need different people to step up with these injuries that they have in order to stay relevant in this race. If they don't get that, then things won't look good down the road. The Rangers, they stroll into Detroit after a 4-3 loss to their cross rival Islanders on Tuesday night. Uh, to me, that was a surprise. I thought really the Rangers should have won that game, but give credit to the Islanders because they pulled it off at the end, and then it went to overtime. Um, you know what? I think the goalies are gonna, especially if it's Husso, it's gonna be probably lower scoring than what I predicted here. But I'm gonna go with the Rangers to win this one on the road by a score of 4-3.
Here we go. We want to welcome Rick Kane and Steve G. Both of you guys, welcome aboard. And we have Rangers 3-2, Mr. Tap, and I have to go
Yeah,
overtime. I'm going
yeah,
overtime
yeah.
tonight. Rangers don't
It's
show me
very
a lot
possible.
this year so far, Mr. Nartap. They struggle. They lost the last two games after they gave the other team gave a comeback about that one over there.
Yeah, some of their players are just not producing, coach. But as you showed that stat earlier, they're leading the league in offensive zone possession average time. So and quite honestly, the goaltending hasn't been at the same level that it's been in the past. Halak hasn't done the job, and Shesterkin, even though he's been good, he hasn't been great.
Yep, so right about that. Coyotes versus Islanders.
Yeah, you know what? The Coyotes, they've had a decent past week or week and a half or so. But the Islanders, they've played even better and for a longer period of time. Um, for me, the Islanders are really uh, the dark horse, I think, in the East. If they keep this up, will definitely be a playoff bound team. Um, they entered this game 7-1 in their last 8 games, and in that span, they've beaten the Rangers twice. They've beaten the Hurricane, the Avalanche, and I believe the Flames as well. So they weren't pushover opponents. These are teams that are very strong and elite in the league. They're just playing a great overall game. Defensively, that's been their MO all the time to allow as few scoring possibilities as possible. But the real surprise has been how they've been spreading out some of the scoring. Nobody really stands out in terms of goal scoring, but they've spread it out. So everybody's sort of been contributing, and that's sort of what's getting them through. They rank 10th in the NHL in goal scoring and 7th in goal prevention. And of course, their goaltending has been over the top, if you ask me, with Sorokin. So I'm going to take the Islanders to win, especially at home here, by a score of 4-2.
4-2, Mr. Nartap, for tonight about the Islanders. Luciano Graziano is in the house, guys. Don't forget to click on the like. That would be awesome. We missed a couple of likes with other people in the chat. That would be great. We have the same score, Mr. Nartap. I keep this very simple.
Yeah. Next, the Sharks, they begin a 4-game road trip when they take on the St. Louis Blues. Both teams have been struggling, and that's to put it quite mildly. The Sharks, they've lost 4 straight games and 5 out of their past 6. The Blues, well, we know what's going on there. They started off the season 3-0-0 and then have lost 8 in a row without even recording a point in that interim time. So something's got to go here. Something's got to happen with St. Louis. They're still not out of this by any stretch because I think they do have good leaders on this team. But defensively, uh, they've got to tighten up. They can't keep going at this rate. And so I think tonight they'll end that 8-game losing streak. I'm going to take them to beat San Jose by a score of 5-2.
Senators 5-2.
Yeah,
And Saint Louis, right?
St. Louis. Yeah.
I go 5-3, me.
Okay.
Nashville
All right. So
versus
Nashville.
Colorado.
Nashville. Oh, man, I can't figure this team out. I'll be honest with you. It's been very difficult to watch them play, especially since they opened up the season with a couple of quick victories. It looked like they were going to be the same kind of team they were last year, and they've experienced nothing but turmoil since there. From what I have here, it's Saros against Georgiev
No,
tonight.
it's Lankinen.
No. Oh, Lankinen. That's right. Yeah, I did read that this afternoon. You know what? I think Colorado's been going about their business. I know that they're in dire need of a good second line centerman on the team. Nobody's really stepped up to fill in that role. They don't have the same kind of depth scoring wise, but they're hanging around. They're doing what they're supposed to be doing. They've been very, very respectable, and they're still rank up there in the top of the league with their record. So I don't see this being any different. I'm going to go with Colorado to win, especially at home, by a score of 4-1.
4-1. Very difficult to read the Nashville Predator. They are at the bottom of analytic number. Colorado are not better, Mr. Natal, by the way. Look like Girard is day-to-day right now.
Yeah.
So that's what we got. The last game, Mr. Natal, is Chicago versus the Sun King. The welcome back Peter Marachek.
Maybe we're going to, yeah, exactly. And that says it all, I think. We're going to have to bear down here. You know what? The Kings, they're coming into tonight's game 8-6-1, and they're riding a 2-game winning streak. They're hosting the Hawks, and they've been pretty consistent between home and road splits, picking up 4 wins on each side of things. The goaltending for LA has not been good in my eyes. I think that's really sort of what's contributed. And they're having a hard time tightening up their defensive structure, and that's something that has to change if they want to be relevant in this playoff chase. So Chicago, they've had a couple of very good games where they've been in it. Patrick Kane has been really quiet lately, which kind of surprises me. But I'm going to go with LA to win this one, Coach, by a score of 4-2.
4-3, Mr. Nata, for me. About that one over there. And my only game I would say to you, I'm really concerned, is in Nashville, Colorado. Colorado is really a lot of players out of the lineup. That's for something I would be surprised here, really, is Colorado.
Yeah. Well, there's a couple games here that worry me.
Yep. Something we have to follow up tonight. 10 game of the program, Mr. Natap. Last time you nailed it, you said you're going to get 6-5, but I think you finished with what? 4-7?
Yeah, something like that.
So what do you expect in 10 game tonight? 6-4?
Yes.
Would be interesting. I don't understand why they don't use Franco's allow my fantasy goalie Steve G. About that one there.
He hasn't been good. Yarmo. He hasn't been
Yamo,
good at all.
I have 5 or 6 players on the injury reserve, Yamo. So I maybe change the rules of the ER, maybe put more ER, maybe helping me about that one over there.
I don't know what DeWitt and Laurier would say about that.
Mr. John Laurier, welcome back. Both look the blue. They are really struggling. John, yeah. Hopefully tonight is the end for them. Hopefully they're going to come back. And then hopefully my fantasy can turn around with Bennington, Kiru, and any other players. If not, I'm going to
break out of it, John. They got to break out of the streak.
Exactly about this,
Tonight,
Mr. Tap. I don't know
tonight
the show.
sounds
We're
like it.
starting to do this, Mr. Tap,
Yeah, we
and
had another great day.
it's called the record of the night. You are 6-0 this week, Mr. Tap.
Yeah.
All six tonight. I'm 5-1 since the beginning. Yesterday, you beat me under and over the Capital Washington Pittsburgh Penguins. Tonight, we go with three different things, Mr. Tap.
Okay.
All right.
Number one.
McDavid over 0.5 power play point minus 125.
Okay. I
What do you
say
think?
over.
Over. So you expect him or one goal on power play?
Or 1 point, not necessarily.
1 point. If you have 0 point, you cannot win tonight.
Right, right.
So you go over.
Yes.
All right.
You? And you?
It's Carolina, but Edmonton, I took Edmonton to win tonight, so I go with over.
Okay.
Edmonton, Carolina, over 6.5, minus 125.
Oh boy. What did I predict? I predicted, I think, 4-3. Edmonton and Carolina. Wow, that's a good number, 6.5. I'm going to go under.
Under, like Fernando said, under. I'm going to go over Mr. Tap tonight.
Okay.
And the reason, because the goaltending from Campbell and the rookie is on the net. So I just go that direction tonight.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Edmonton can ever agree, coach, about this one for Bobby. Over and under and over for Steve. People like it. I think it's good to see that, Mr. Tap. It's fun to have people participate. The last one got number 3 of the night is honestly, if this could disappear. Travis Konechny, Mr. Tap. Over 2.5 shot on the net at minus 135. It's a really strange one because they have my original. It was between Philadelphia and Columbus 6.5 under over, but I share with Konechny because you have a 3.8 or 3.6 shot per game, so it's a little bit more difficult. So I want to see if you go over or under.
I'm gonna go over on this one.
All right, Jose, go with over. Fernando go over. Nicola go with over. Hopefully, this is the one we talk about this one over there. But I think I would go with you over. So if I follow you, Mr. Nartap, tonight you have over for McDavid.
Yeah.
Under for Carolina.
Over 0.5 power play and under. Who are the goalies again? Edmonton?
It's Campbell.
Campbell and the rookie.
Kochetkov.
Man, this one worries me. It's either going to be 6 or 7. I'll stick to under.
Okay, so you go over, under, over.
Right.
I go over, over, over.
Okay.
So that's what we got, guys, tonight. The show before, guys, we love you to click on the likes. Special show tonight, 7 o'clock Eastern Time. In the next 30 minutes, Michael DeVilleneuve is going to be talk for you guys for 1 hour only. And we don't have anything else for the rest of the night. So you have a free time to go some other YouTube channel. And you can do some other things for sure. We're going to be back tomorrow night, Mr. Tap, 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. And we're going to go with a couple of games tonight. We don't know if we go to Toronto Maple Leaf or we do only the 9 o'clock show. I'm going to decide what is the best for the channel. And Fernando go over, under, over. Fernando, like you, Mr. ENORTAP, by the way. So,
way to go, Fernando.
Yep. And Patrick said good night, everyone. Thanks a lot, Patrick. Don't forget to click on the likes, everybody. That's conclude, Mr. ENORTAP. Another great show of the Hockey Nation live show. But before we leave, we want to remind everybody, of course,
you are awesome. You are amazing. You are the best. And remember, you have greatness inside of you.
Like you are, Mr. Naftap, with greatness. First of all, we want to thank you personally. Thanks so much for hanging with me because I know you're sick. You have a voice, a throat. I don't know if you have a flu, whatever you have. We wish you a speed recovery and be effective, show up every single day. It's pretty amazing, Mr. Naftap, like you do all the time. Until the next time, we want to welcome at the last minute, Luc from British Columbia is in the house. And we wish an amazing, great day. I'm out of here, Mr. Naftap. Direction Cambodia.
Have a good one, Coach.
I'm going to be there for a couple of hours, maybe, and then come back a little bit later. Going to see what the new country over there and do my due to what I need to do over there. Until the next time, Mr. Naftap, we want to remind everybody, of course, let be well, be healthy, find a way not only dominate your day, find a way to dominate the second half of what, Mr. Naftap?
Year 2022.
You did it again for one more time, Mr. Naftap. We are pretty sure we are on the same page tonight. We'll see if the result of our prediction is going to be right or wrong again. And hopefully we're going to be on the right side. Until the next time, Mr. Naftap, we wish you an amazing, blessing, great night.
Good night, Coach. Good night, Hockey Nation.
Thanks so much, everybody.
Bye.
Merci, mon Nicolas. Thank you, Bobby. Thank you, Luc.